I often struggle to find anime to review. After all, I've reviewed all of the heavy hitters, One Punch Man, Jujutsu Kaisen, 100 Girlfriends. But as I was looking for an anime to review, I remembered why I do this. I do this because of passion. It's a way to convey my thoughts, feelings, insecurities through comedy. So I should review something that I am passionate about. I then remembered that I'm not passionate about anything. So I stuck every non-sequel anime from this season into the wheel and hoped for the best. Alright, here we go. With you, our love will make it through. Gonna be a romance anime? I guess it can't be that bad. Yep, that's me. I didn't know that I was about to watch a furry anime. Once I discovered that fact, I proceeded to re-record myself spinning the wheel, but that would be poor journalism. If you asked me to write an entire anime based on this one image, I could. Every plotline, every interaction, every hate crime. So together let's look at an anime that very few men would dare to enter. Spoiler warning. In this society, there are two races, humans and the Kentucky Derby. There are also 3,000 beastmen that were created through experimentations. One step closer to catgirls, I guess. In order to integrate them into society, some of these beastmen are being sent to schools as foreign exchange students. This is Mari. She's the generic shoujo protagonist. There are two wolves inside of all protagonists, the generic isekai protagonist and generic shoujo protagonist. Both are literally me. These characters are always ditzy, shy, have more realistic bodies, stand up for themselves, just the most normal girl you can imagine in fiction. She even goes out of her way to say, "I'm just a normal girl. I go for walks. I have friends." Do you also randomly wake up with bruises too? But the most important quality that they have is that they are always energetic and happy. Everything the modern woman wants to be, but in reality, they're sad and miserable. Meanwhile, the isekai protagonists are powerful and unemployed, everything the modern man wants to be, but in reality, they're sad and miserable. Mari is late for her first day of school. Unfortunately, late in Japan means that you get locked out of school. That'll show him. Outside of the school, someone else is stuck outside of the gate, but she only sees his bottom half. I wonder... Oh, wait, no, that's just a normal guy. Oh no! Discord Nitro! Now he's a man from Turkey! This is Dogface. He's what VR chatters perceive themselves as. He's a nonchalant guy that can never get angry. He has a deep voice. He's the smartest person ever, but remember, we are targeting the female gaze, so he has no ego, is in touch with his emotions, probably even treats her with the respect she deserves and compliments her outfits. That's right, he's gay. Man, I'm beginning to think personality might be important if we're losing to dogs, but at the end of the night, they can only tie the knot with one of us. I am curious if women are attracted to him because he's a wolf, like when Bella saw the beast as a human for the first time and gave the face of acceptance and love. My main problem with Dogface is that he's blue for some reason. This is a show about a wolf romance and you're stuck on the color of his fur? I don't know, I've just never been a big fan of cultural appropriation. But how do we spice up this romance more than bestiality? It's simple. Do something that no story has done before. Come from an angle that calls into question the very definition of humanity. Racism bad? This is pretty obvious, but it takes some people watching all of 86 to figure it out. I'm sick of shows that solely use racism as the main adversary people face. People face other struggles in life, like dealing with people of other races.
We're the bullying four. We're gonna bully you racistly by doing something so evil.
Guys, wait, we're totally out of sync. Let's go one word at a time. We
are
going to
over the wall.
That'll show him. Nailed it. Some of these situations, I feel like a grandfather when his granddaughter says, "You can't say that anymore." There was a conversation where someone went up to Dogface and said, "Can you talk to dogs?" Whoa, dude, that's racist. That seems like a normal question to ask. I'm half Vietnamese. If someone comes up to me and asks if I can speak Vietnamese, I wouldn't be offended. I would lie though. Nobody's taken my V card from me. Beastmen, statistically, are more dangerous. If you ask me, we need to build a wall and make the furries pay for it. Maybe trick them by calling it a convention. And they did, which is funny because they made the wall bigger than Shiganshina with more security than the Hidden Leaf. What are they trying to keep sealed, the Trump Yowie files? All I need now is an arc where her father is super against his daughter dating a fur-real friend and my life will be complete. Now that could solve the problem. If this existed as a full-on racism bad show like K-On, then it would be fine. But it only exists so that he can say, "You accepted me when nobody else would. We should be together." I believe this would be called Yellow Savior Complex. They try to lead this into, what does it mean to be a human? I don't know, probably being a human. When aliens try to integrate into our society, they ain't getting no human rights from me. Don't ever expect the classic head nod when we make eye contact in public. They can't be a couple because they won't be accepted by society. And at the end of the day, doesn't everyone want to be accepted for who they are? But maybe not everyone should be accepted, like people who say tomfoolery. Back to the story. My eyes! I don't know what type of furry propaganda is on my screen because they're never in shape, and I do not want to see him in the shower. This was clearly written by a woman, but not just any woman, a woman whose only other work is Hannah and the Beast Man, which is an exact replica of this, even having the same characters with different names. The only difference is that in this world, the racism is reversed. Truly game-changing. Although, I suppose the master of one is better than the master of none. That was probably not the best quote to use in this video. Oh, and it's all smut, so you know where this story is going. What's the deal with sexual assault? Dogface could not control the beast inside and out around Mari. The Forbidden Moon is an event where all beast folk are overcome with their beastly desires, like when a dog sees a stuffed animal. I think women have this too. It's called aviating. I guess it only affects women in STEM.
Yeah, 俺には発情期はない。
By admitting that, you just made your lawyer have to do a lot more work. The more that Dogface smells Mari's scent, the less he can control himself around her. Dior, unleash your wild side. He always says that the amount of sweetness he smells on her varies, which I feel like is some kind of innuendo. Oddly enough, the famous line said by 40-year-olds working blue-collar jobs might apply to this situation and this situation only. It's not assault if they like it. You have single-handedly set women back 50 years. Although I can never hold back my laughter because every time it happens, he growls. For no particular reason. The fucking growling. The growling gets me every time. When the third member of the group finds out about Dogface doing this, he of course decides, let me lock them in a room to recreate the event of when he lost control to discover his limit. Alright, Jeffrey, we're gonna put you on an island. But don't fret, if he hears growling, he will rush in to save her. Nothing can stop him from saving a friend. Oh no, is that 2 toddlers pulling on his sleeve? It's funny that they made it a point that humans shouldn't be racist, then proceed to show you the exact reason why they should be racist. This is a fast-paced romance anime, which isn't quite my tempo, but it means my options for watching romance anime are slow-paced shows with no chance of a season 2, or furries. Decisions. Where's the umbrella? Oh, I'm the umbrella. Oh my god. As much as I fault it for existing, the animation was surprisingly high quality, and I do love when they make the characters into chibis. This was clearly made by women for women. Otherwise, it would be reversed, instead having a bunny girl, and the big difference, it would be watchable. I honestly think this would have been better if everyone was an animal, maybe even throw in an abortion subplot. In conclusion, would this have been romantic if he wasn't a wolf? No, it would have been a crime documentary. 10 out of 10. The wheel truly works in mysterious ways. Look at the pose he's hitting. Hello, completely normal Lunarequinox here. Unless... the mask didn't arrive on time. Check out my Patreon. It's free, and you can just watch me react to anime that I'm going to review. Click here for my most recent video. Click here for my recommended video. And click here for my second channel. Alright, goodbye. Awoo!